Hello! In this video, we're going to be gardening. And firstly, gardening is not a fashion show. So put on the daggy wide brim hat, put on the clothes that you don't mind getting a little bit dirty, put on the runners, put on all the things that don't look good. Let's get gardening. So firstly today, I'm going to start off by trying to grow some capsicums. So we had a capsicum for dinner last night. I picked out all the seeds and I just left them out on a paper towel overnight to dry out. And I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I've hoarded like 10 egg cartons from the past couple of months. And actually, let me just preface this by saying I'm in no way an expert in this. I'm not even an expert in gardening. I like gardening, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So this is what I'm gonna do. And Cosmo obviously wants to join as well. Hello. You can't have them. You don't want to turn into a capsicum. I've just got a thong covering this just to keep it down so the wind doesn't blow it away. So everything I'm going to use for this capsicum project are just some gloves from Bunnings, a little shovel that also doubles as Cosmo's poop scooper, some old egg cartons, and some dirt that we had in this pot when we tried to regrow a frangipani, but it didn't work. So that's what we're going to do. So now that we've done that first step, we're just going to give them a quick water, and then we're going to keep them inside until the seedlings grow. And then once the little seedlings grow, we can put them outside in a sheltered but sunny spot. And then once they get to about 15 centimeters, then we can go and plant them in the veggie patch. And then once you plant them in the veggie patch, they should take about 8 to 12 weeks to grow into a big, healthy capsicum. Or so I've read. I don't know if this is going to work. Fingers crossed. So I like to split my gardening days up into like a big job, a little job, a big job, a little job, just so it's not so overwhelming. So I'm about to do a big job, which is this big pile of stuff. So when we first moved into this house, there were so many overgrown trees and the grass was really dead, and there was just a lot of things in the garden that just didn't vibe with us. Like, we just wanted to cut it all down. And so we were using these small white Bunnings bags, and I went to go and restock them and I couldn't find any. So I bought this huge bag, which was my first mistake. So I basically just thought, oh, one bag instead of like 10 small little white bags, what could go wrong? Well, we filled this one all the way up and then realized that we couldn't actually lift it into the van to take it to the tip. So last weekend we spent maybe half of Saturday just like shoveling this out into these small little white bags. Actually, let me show you what I'm talking about. So like these bags that we can actually like lift up and carry. So basically we're just transferring everything from this big bag into these little bags. So that's my next job. It's gonna be a big one. For some fuel, I'm having some cheesy veggie quesadilla wrap things with a side of veggies that fell out and some cordial. We have so many landscaping plans in the works and I'm so excited for them. So in the back corner of our yard, it's just like a huge dirt pile and it's overgrown with weeds, and there's like leftover tiles from where the previous owners used to create like a little veggie patch on the side that you saw me like raking up earlier and picking the weeds out of. So we're going to get rid of all of that. We're going to get rid of the big dirt pile in the corner. We're going to get rid of that whole side section eventually. I'm talking maybe like 2-3 years away. So like this is definitely not a now thing. But in that corner, we're going to have, I'll put a picture here of sort of what we're thinking. We're going to have like a little fire pit area with gravel and like inbuilt seating and like a little pergola sort of thing, or pergola. I've heard people say pergola, but I've always said pergola. I don't really know what it's called. But just like a little canopy thing over the top. Yeah, with like a little fire pit in the middle, and I think that's going to be a really cute area. And down the side of the house, we're also thinking of a veggie patch and a flower garden. I'll put a picture here of kind of what we're thinking again. Again, this is going to be in like 2-3 years. But yeah, we're just so excited to landscape this property and to just make it ours and make it look really cool. I will definitely bring you along my little gardening journey, but I'm currently not obsessed with the way the backyard looks at the moment because it's just how we bought it pretty much. But we have done a lot with the trees and everything around here, so we've trimmed them so we can actually walk under them because they were like almost attached to the grass. Yes? And there was also like 2 kilos of their dog's poo around the entire yard that we had to pick up, so that was fun. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this gardening video. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a little bit different to what I usually post, but I thought I would switch it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go so Cosmo stops squeaking at me, but I will see you next week. Bye!